clap again. That's not what I meant.
I thought
Hi,
that's what you were
everybody.
doing.
Hello. Welcome to Showdown. We're here to talk about video games and all the sorts. That's been what's been happening. It's almost the end of the holiday release season. What we have is basically what we're going to be getting.
A
But
lot of great games
a
out.
lot of great games out, a lot of good stuff to talk about, and a lot of bad stuff to talk about too.
Oh yeah.
We've got Destiny 2. What's going on over there? That big controversy. Bungie actually canceled their stream for the Curse of Osiris content that they were having. That they're going to be releasing December 5th. And then still Star Wars Battlefront 2. That whole shebang that's going around like right after that, and like. Bungie actually had microtransactions in their game in Destiny 2, where it's like you buy silver to buy cosmetics. But the thing is, that's cosmetics, so people weren't really pissed about that. It's another thing, and we're gonna get to that later on. Luke, what did you have to talk about today?
I want to talk about GeForce Now, which is this great. Well, it's been around for a bit, but basically it's a way to do cloud computing. So if you own a game on Steam or Battle.net, you can play it on the biggest junker computer you have, without having to really worry about upgrading your hardware. So
My
that's
question
really cool.
to that is, how does that have to do with lag? Because usually streaming stuff takes a lot of data on your internet, and with net neutrality coming along, we're going to be talking about a little bit about that too. A lot of gamers are kind of scared that their entire how do I say this in a non-exploitive way, that their entire situation is going to be messed up.
Yeah. Honestly, the net neutrality things actually plays a big part in the GeForce Now, how the whole system works. Now it's basically works on a fundamental level, because it all depends on your internet connection.
Well, my internet connection is already horrible as it is, and I pay like top dollar for it, and I still get throttled by internet companies. And now this is like giving internet companies more of a thing to price my gaming up, to overprice me for trying to play games online.
Yeah. I already know, like, even as it is now, services like Cox only offer like a 500 gigabyte limit a month, that's I've never hit that in my life, but I'm just like thinking now with how it's gonna work in the future with net neutrality, if that does take, who knows what that'll be? It'll be like, oh, you have 50 gigs now a month, and if you're gaming, that's gonna like be tanked in like about a week.
Oh yeah, and I already do that too. I actually make content on the side too, and I do a lot of uploading. I do a lot of downloading. I do a lot of streaming, which is like constant upload speeds, constant upload, and that takes a lot of data, a lot of bandwidth, and I know that's what's been throttling us. But the thing is, I pay the highest amount. If I could pay more to get a faster internet connection, more than what I already have, when what they said they'd give me, I would. But that's the top thing that Cox is giving me right now, and that's what I'm paying, so that I can have the top dollar service. Because I know that I do that. I'm not trying to get by with like paying $20 a month for like 50 gigs of internet.
Yeah, that's just insane. Like I pay a decent amount for my internet, and I feel like it's good sometimes, but if I'm trying to like actually do some gaming like online heavily, sometimes it'll just tank, and it's awful.
That's bad.
It really is.
So there's that. Talk a little bit more about like GeForce though. What is that?
So GeForce Now, it's actually been around for a little while. Again, it's just cloud computing. So if you own a game on Steam, Battle.net, or whatever other service, you just tie it in with your GeForce account, like your NVIDIA account, and you can just stream the game to like whatever piece of hardware you want. I actually saw a video, and so now it's been around for a while, but now it's available on Mac, or at least the beta is. And while it's on beta for Mac, it is free to use. So it's actually a monthly subscription. I forgot how much it costs off the top of my head, but it is cost quite a bit considering it's like paying to not have to worry about buying computer parts.
We're gonna find the link for that for you guys too, so you guys can check that out as well.
But I mean, I feel like that is a great way for some people who don't want to like upgrade their graphics card, their processor, if they're using an older build. Like, I saw a video of somebody doing it on the 2009 like white clamshell MacBook, and they were playing PUBG. Yeah, and it actually didn't seem bad. And the cool thing about that laptop is it has an Ethernet jack, like an Ethernet port, so they were just plugged directly in their internet, and it had a little latency, but it wasn't horrible. But it's actually really decent with single player games.
No, that's actually a pretty cool concept now that I think about it, because I'm a PC gamer. I play all my games on PC. All my games are on Steam, or on Origin. They're on Ubisoft, Uplay, even though I barely use that, honestly. BattleNet stuff like that. If I could stream, if I'm like stuck at college or stuck at on campus for like 2 hours and I have to wait for something,
Yeah.
break out my laptop, play over the internet. I don't have to worry about my video card blowing up because I'm trying to play what is it, Destiny 2. Uh, but the one thing is that I'm just heavily I'm kind of a skeptic about this. It's because the lag, like the lag issue is real. If any, and I'm a streamer on Twitch, and I know that's such a huge problem. There's such delay on Twitch if you try to
Yes.
stream.
So if you are trying to actually stream using GeForce Now, good luck. It's you're
Uh,
probably getting 16 frames at best because it's such
Yeesh.
a service that's heavily dependent on like using every bit of the bandwidth available as it is. That if you're trying to add on to it with more like things that are trying to run in the background that are using that bandwidth connection, it's just gonna tank. But it is really cool to kind of see that because on the video that I was seeing that the guy was showcasing this on, he tried just running CS:GO on that MacBook without using GeForce Now. He got maybe 11 frames at best, but he was actually maxing out using the GeForce Now program. And for it being free, just to try, if you have a Mac, which I have a MacBook Pro, I'm gonna actually try playing some Fallout on
Yeah,
it later because I
nice.
just want to see how that's like
Mm-hmm.
because I'm really excited because I do have a few games on there. Especially I'm about to be traveling for the holidays,
That's
so
a really
knowing that
good
I
idea.
could just be at my parents, not have to bring my giant rig with me, have my
Mm.
MacBook, and just play my games, I'm ecstatic about that.
That's really cool too. And the one thing that yeah, but the one thing I'm worried about is like not only that is like response time. So if you press a key, how like much of a delay is it for like the game to react?
Again, it is solely based on your internet connection, but if you have a decent to like good internet connection, on single player games, it's almost unnoticeable. Doing stuff with like again, if you're trying to play PUBG or even Overwatch, you're gonna notice a little bit of some latency. It's gonna just be like you have some moderate to like pretty light lag, but it's still playable. I mean, I wouldn't try to do competitive or ranked with stuff like that. It's just, oh, hey, you're doing this for fun because you have like 20 minutes to kill. Sure, go
Mm-hmm.
for it. But I think it mainly is better for a single player experience.
Might keep that in mind. So yeah, GeForce Now beta's out right now for the Mac. We're gonna have that link up with this video. Um, we also we talked about this a little bit earlier. Destiny 2. Let's go more into on this little subject right here. Um, so here's the story. Bungie has been under fire over the community. People on Reddit have been like blowing up about like um about something strange that's been happening. When you hit level 20 in Destiny 2, um, you stop getting XP. You start getting XP towards what is it? Bright engrams, which is
Mm-hmm.
like cosmetic stuff and stuff like that. And you earn that like every time you fill up the bar. And you have a set amount that you get at your max level. You have a set amount of XP points. It doesn't like go up as it usually does whenever you're leveling. Um, and so people were getting like we're doing like public events, Leviathans, everything like that, getting a set amount of XP for that, like 700, and like the a big chunk of the bar would fill up, and then later on, 700, little part of the bar would get filled up, and they were like, "What? What's going on here?
Something doesn't seem
Something doesn't
right.
seem right." Exactly, and so they were complaining about this, and Bungie confirmed it.
Really?
That Bungie confirmed that this has been happening. They did it as a way to keep players more into the game instead of like getting everything at once. They said it was they were sacrificing efficiency. They were sacrificing. They were basically telling a lie in order to keep efficiency up and like keep you playing.
So really, you weren't getting 700 XP. You were getting
So
like 35.
yeah, which like I
That's
don't know.
kind of
At
messed
least
up.
tell the person.
Yeah.
That's you're basically lying to them.
At least explain like, oh hey, when you are starting to get XP towards these things, the XP doesn't transfer the same. Instead of like, oh yeah, this is totally 700. Wink.
Yeah, and so that's been going on, and then people have been complaining about a lack of endgame content. Lack of endgame content. There's not as much. Of course, there's not as much as going on with like the original Destiny, but like it seems very convoluted. I guess I've
Starting to kind of feel a little stale once you kind of reach in the
honestly
post game.
and like yeah, and like 4 days, Curse of Osiris is about to be brought out, of course, but that's going to add 5 more levels of gameplay, new campaign, excuse me, and a whole bunch of other stuff. They were supposed to stream it. I think it was on Wednesday. They canceled their stream for the new gameplay. They'd be like, "Yeah, we're about to have a release party. Here's the release party." They canceled it. Instead, they released a blog post saying like, "Hey, you were right. We have been throttling experience, and we have been noticing Destiny 2 to have. Let me see if I can find the official release because I actually want to read
That's
that out.
kind of insane though, but also it's kind of weird thinking this game came out in PC a month ago, and about a month and a half before that, it came out had its console release, and now we're already seeing an expansion for it. Where I feel
Mm,
like on Destiny 1, I feel like there was enough content in there to not warrant having an expansion out so soon.
yeah. Hold on, I have it right here. I'm
So
pulling it up right now.
I don't know. Do you think them kind of releasing this expansion so soon is like, hey, please don't leave our game yet. We're adding content. We promise. Do you kind of see it as that?
I see it. There's been so many like mess ups and there's been so many mess ups in the company to player relationship with what EA's done, and now Bungie's kind of the target of this, and now I feel like players are just getting like incredibly skeptical about like their their business overlords, and they just don't trust them, and I feel like Bungie's kind of grasping at straws in order to get that trust back because they want to keep. I know that in the statement they said that they want to make this game something that like you play on an ongoing basis. It becomes a hobby for you, and you play more than 2 hours on like every week because that basically is how long it takes in order to get for your weekly cap.
Yeah. I feel like with Destiny 1, though, there was enough content in there. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Destiny 1, but I still feel like there was enough content there to keep playing. And especially since they did so many overhauls with it, with their like only 2, 3 expansions they had for it. And I already think like players are starting to get burnt out and a little stale from what I've talked to some of my friends who are avidly playing this game. Like, what's with is that kind of your experience with it?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I'm
Like, do
still
you
trying
kind
to
of feel
find
like
this
you're
blog
starting to get a
post.
little like burnt out, like you're hitting like your quota for it? Like,
Oh, definitely. And I'm here's the thing about me. I don't like playing the same thing over and over again, even though I want to relive the magic and the experience and stuff like that. Nostalgia, that type of stuff is like, oh, I have the blog post right here. But I'm going to finish what I said. Um, Doing the same quest over and over again in hopes for better gear makes you start to think like after like the fifth player or player group encounter stuff like that, you're just kind of like, wait, why am I doing this? Like, what's the end game here? Am I just gonna cap out at like 300 and just be like, that's it, I did it, try to do it again?
woo, you're with a
Like,
different class.
it's like chopping down a forest. You have all these trees, but like in the end, you're just not gonna have anything, or you're just not gonna have anything to do. I don't know.
I just feel like that's
Bad
kind of a
analogy.
really bad model of going about a game, especially since Destiny used to be this AAA blockbuster that Bungie puts out. That's just to last at least 2 to 3 years. And for a wall to already kind of being hit this early on, it's like, what are you guys even doing? No,
I found the blog post. I'm going to read it right now. 13:46, right now the time. Okay, so here's the blog post on Bungie's website. It says, "Hey everyone, with Destiny 2's console and PC launches behind us, we want to take some time to talk to you about Destiny 2, specifically where it's at today and what's going on. Our team has been reading feedback and working on updates to improve the game. We've also been reading some tough criticism about our lack of communication, and we agree we need to be more open." Really. Going forward, Destiny 2's post-launch game system features and updates are being designed specifically to focus and support players who want Destiny to be their hobby, the game they return to, a game where friendships are made. We want Destiny to be a game, sorry, dyslexic, be a game that fits into your life, providing you with reasons to log in and play with friends, clans, and families. We want Destiny to be a world you want to be a part of. A month ago, we published a list of improvements to the blog. Today, we're going to revisit that list and update its status, share some of the team ready for December, January, and beyond. Okay. I want to see if I can find the part where they actually say that they're throttling the XP.
you were never gonna find that.
I know it's here. You had to do digging though. better incentives for players who complete challenges, new systems reward for giving most players weapon tier, vendor rewards. So basically, they canceled the stream in order to put out this long convoluted blog post. Changes to make mod economy, ongoing improvements to exotics, including adjustments to. Oh, duplication was a huge thing too. Like getting. So you know what exotics are in
Yes.
game? They're yellows, and you can only have like one exotic weapon and one exotic armor. They're
Correct.
really powerful items that have perks on them. Here and there's only like a set number of them, so they're very rare. But whenever you do get it like a legendary engram drop, and you go and you like turn it in, and the random numbers come generating through, you end up getting the same piece. I had that happen to me twice. I had like four of the same legendary, or like two of the same legendaries. I had two sunshots and two radion fluxes. I great. I guess I can.
So that actually reminds me a lot of there's a game I played a lot, and it's very much like Destiny. It's called Warframe.
Yeah, I've heard about that game too. I haven't
And
played it yet.
it is 100% everything in there is RNG. And trying, like, unless you don't want to, like, the game's free to play and you can unlock everything, but it's RNG based, or you can pay money for stuff. And after about maybe, 2 straight days of grinding just for pieces to craft something, and you're not getting it, it's just like, yep, spending $5 looks pretty good right now.
Honestly, yeah. Like, I don't get the whole grinding. I understand the whole, like, till your soil, you'll get your crops. So sooner or later. And yeah, great. But like, I don't want to spend 20 hours farming for an exotic. At the same time, I don't want it now. But
Yeah.
like, I want.
No, I totally get what you mean, because
Like, honestly.
what really sucks about that in Warframe though is to build like a new Warframe, which is like the suit or character with abilities, it's kind of a little unclear what that is exactly. Like basically the new thing you're playing as, you have to get blueprints for each part of it, and then you have to get the items that the blueprints say you need it for. So I would get like 20 something blueprints for the helmet piece, but not like the chassis, like the main part of like the thing I'm trying to build. And it's like, cool. After doing this about 20 times in a row, I'm still getting the same piece. It kind of makes me wonder if I'm ever going to build this or, have this really cool item in the game. That's just be super awesome, but everyone around me has it.
That was the problem with World of Warcraft's artifact weapons too. Like, Ashbringer used to be like very rare weapon in the game. Like only a set number, only like a hundred or so people had it. It was very rare, 100 out of like a million. And you had a quest for that. You had to like farm for it. You had to like get it on like as a super rare drop, and and Legion is like they kind of theme parked the whole experience about that. And just made it be like now everyone can have Ashbringer, the super incredibly powerful sword made from the heavens, stuff like that, and it kind of lost its touch pretty quickly. And what I used to like try to farm for hours back in World of Warcraft Burning Crusade, I now am transmogging to be some weird low-level sword because I think it looks better than the Ashbringer because I want something different. Everybody else has Ashbringer. And like other things too, especially with like Doomhammer for shamans. That was main character Thrall's like weapon, like from Warcraft 3. That's an iconic weapon now. Everybody has all shamans have that, anyways. So yeah.
Yeah. So did you find the exact statement from Bungie about the XP throttle?
It's there. It's hidden. I don't know where it is. They acknowledged it though, and they had some weird legalese term about why they did it, and I'm probably kind of chopping up what they said. I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to show you guys what they actually said. But no, we'll put a link to the blog post so you guys can read it too. Yeah, that happened.
It's still really messed up to do that.
After everything that happened with EA, this happens. So hold on, I'm gonna put Destiny 2's blog post.
Speaking of EA, it seems like a lot of the Star Wars Battlefront hate or craze, I guess, is dying down. It seems like anyone who owns the game really wants it has it, but it seems like a lot of people are just going to be skipping out on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny as I actually know a few people, and I've been tempted to do this, is rent it on through Redbox for like PlayStation 4 or Xbox One just to play the campaign and then just bring it back. Because the game does have a solid campaign, and that way you don't have to really worry about multiplayer.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't play multiplayer, but at the same time, I kind of want to own it so that I can advance my character.
Yeah, that's kind of another thing. It's like you can't really advance your character or do anything else, but like that whole like star card system is just ridiculous. Knowing that's like I have to like go through loot boxes to hopefully get a power up for my hero. I absolutely hate that idea.
I kind of want to see, like, experience it with my own eyes to see how this is, and I'm kind of skeptical about actually buying it, but I might actually just end up buying it because I just want to see how bad it. I wonder if that's gonna be a thing now. Like, if something would be like, this game's is horrible, it's controversial game topic. Why are they doing this stuff? Don't buy this game, and then like millions buy the game because they want to see if it's like super bad. And then it's like, oh my god, it's so bad.
Don't
but then,
get me wrong, I still like very much like I have a part of me that wants this game because I have wanted this game since it was shown at E3.
Yeah. Oh, I was excited for the campaign.
I'm just being bitter about it and not buying it out of principle. But I am kind of tempted just to go about that route of renting it on Xbox and just playing the campaign.
Mm-hmm. Here's another thing that I've heard too. It's just like I've stopped listening to the status quo of things, and I want to start having my own opinion on stuff. And so, Assassin's Creed is kind of an example of this. It's like millions of people say that it's just a bad all-around game, and that they don't like it, and yada yada yada. But the same people say that Dark Souls is a great game, and I kind of don't like Dark Souls that much. I play it, I'm actually kind of addicted to it, but like I don't want to play it all the time. I'm not a huge fanboy about Dark Souls. I just don't like the fantasy about it. I don't like medieval fantasy. I don't like how sometimes I just don't like how hard it is.
I actually got to play a little bit of the new Assassin's Creed at a friend's house over the break.
Oh,
and it's a good game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna actually probably be picking it up closer to the holidays, like when school's out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good game. Yeah,
honestly.
Didn't really see too many problems with it, and I like knew a lot of people were kind of complaining about it. And after like just having hands on, like it just break it down to this is just a fun game.
There's definite flaws about it though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's quite a few flaws in it, but I'm from like what I played for about like an hour, I was like, I want this game. It actually seems just really fun, something to come home to and just not really have to worry about it. Just play and have fun.
So what I'm saying is, try not to listen to the status quo of things. If a bunch of people say that it's bad, a bunch of people say that it's good, try it for yourself. Don't let that stop you from buying it. And I know you want to rely on like your like actual sources on, and it's your money. It's your money, and you feel like you got conned out whenever you buy a game, like I did with Super Mario. I'm not gonna get over this with what was it? Super. I forgot the name, and I'm so angry I forgot how I was scammed.
Which Mario game?
It's the builder one.
Oh, Mario Maker. Yeah,
Mario Maker.
3DS one.
3DS Mario Maker. How I got scammed out of that. $50 down the drain. My fault. Can't refund it. Pissed about that still. So angry that I couldn't remember the name. But don't be IGN about it.
10 out of 10. Best game
10
of
out
the year.
10 best game of the year.
Metacritic 52.
Don't be status quo about it either. So
yeah.
Moving on. Do you have anything else to add? Because I'm about to go into World of Warcraft.
Were you actually able to pick up any good Black Friday deals? Because I know Steam had their quote unquote not Black Friday deals, but it's a Black Friday sale.
I know. I kind of stopped myself because I already bought Neo, and like everything's gonna be on the back burner if I try to buy it. I think I was about to buy what was I about to buy? I think I was about to buy World War II, Call of Duty World War II, just to see how it was because I want to see how it played. And then like I saw a review being like, "Don't buy this," and then I didn't. That's what happens when you listen to the status quo. But like you also save money, so I don't know if I bought any. I can't. I don't know if I bought anything. I think the only thing I bought on Black Friday was a WoW token
There you
because I
go.
think it was discounted.
So
Remember how I said I was just gonna farm gold and like not ever pay Blizzard for anything ever again? Spent money on a WoW token just
there
to
you
buy
go.
gold.
So I actually went to GameStop because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna impulse buy a PlayStation 4. I used to own a while back and ended up trading it in just because I needed to at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? They're offering this great sale. $200, get a $50 gift card for a terabyte PlayStation. I'm gonna buy it. Get there at like 8 o'clock.
It's gone.
They laughed. They're like, yeah, we start our Black Friday sales like on Wednesday, and we sold out within like an hour. Like we ordered like 300 PlayStations, and we sold out right away.
Wow. Which store did you go to?
It was the one off of like Santa Fe and Danforth, the one here in Edmond. But apparently every GameStop was the same way. Like they sold out of their PlayStation 4s in like on Wednesday within zero time at all. Because I mean, that's an insane deal. Like that's essentially like here's a PlayStation for $200. That's the terabyte model, and oh, here's a game with it.
I didn't know there were 300 gamers in OKC.
I didn't know that many people were still owning PlayStations.
PlayStation. Oh yeah. I mean, I still haven't bought a PlayStation 4.
I know, but like for about every GameStop in the metro to have been sold out for that deal.
Well, there's one on every corner too.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma City, yeah, you might not even people who are out of state will be like Oklahoma City, it's farmer town. Don't
I mean,
have
we have
anything.
what?
We have like 5, 6.
We have
GameStops
2
around
GameStops
Metro.
in Edmond, and then like if you actually just drive like south of Edmond, you'll find like another 2, and then you like same thing. It's like every few miles you're finding 2 to 3 GameStops.
Yeah.
And for, like about everyone to be sold out. Like the
They're
only ones they
everywhere.
had were the Pro models for like $450, and I'm just like,
I can't get over that. Like 300 per store. Like even I bet like even the Metro locations actually bought even more.
oh yeah, I'm trying to like think it's crazy.
Like Penn Square.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That being said though, apparently from what I found out, not trying to give any sources here, Switches are like in stock plenty right now.
Nice! Woo! Go get one.
I know a few people who work at a GameStop, and I got to see the back room, and oh my god, it was like lined up to the ceiling with Switches, and I was like,
What
cool.
a rare sight.
I was like, never expected to see this in 2017. So, you want a Switch? Yeah.
Black Friday is a portal to another dimension in which there are more Switches than PS4s and stuff.
And apparently, they also had like a mountain of Mario Odyssey.
Whoa!
Because I actually went to GameStop because I have a friend who works there as a manager, and I wanted to like say hi and also get a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And they were out, but since there was actually 0 people there at GameStop on Black Friday because they had their sales on Wednesday apparently, which I wish I would have paid attention to that. My bad.
Starting Black Friday early.
Yeah, if you want a Nintendo Switch, get one. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
At least they're at the GameStop that I saw.
Like a year after like they released it, whenever I was going out to market buying one, spent all morning running around Oklahoma City trying to find
Say
one.
a year?
I don't know, probably. I say a year. It's 8 months. You know, I like to exaggerate, Luke. You know how I am. But yeah, wow.
Yeah, because you like spent a while trying to find one.
I spent a good 4 hours running around OKC to different stores, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, everywhere, and I finally, and I don't like to talk to people. I finally had to ask a guy, and then he said, no, we don't have one. Are they out in stock? No, well, I'm going to go check in the back because we actually got shipment today. And I'm like, oh my God. Thank you. That's like, those are the words that you want to hear.
Oh, yeah. So that's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go into World of Warcraft, one more thing about Switch news.
Before we go into World of Warcraft, we completely lose the rails of this show.
Yes. So this hasn't been officially announced, but it's in a lot of stores right now. Super Mario Odyssey cereal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know about this. Go ahead and tell about it.
So basically, it's just like your general like mixed berry cereal by Kellogg's with power-up marshmallows. Okay, cool, whatever. Cereal. What's cool is the cereal box itself is an amiibo for Mario Odyssey.
What does it like give you special items?
I think it just gives you like coins and stuff. It just
Oh,
says a
come
special
on.
surprise, and from what I can tell, it's just like coins. But I still think it's actually kind of cool because it has a little code on the back with like a power up, and it says put your Joy-Con like receiver here, and then it'll just act as an amiibo.
Well, I guess that's what you expect whenever you try to spend $3 for an amiibo
Yeah.
instead of like the 20 that they usually have, and you expect to be like, I'm gonna unlock a costume. What? Only coins?
I'm still think that is kind of cool. Just like it's something really simple, and
Hmm.
I'd like to see that on some other like Nintendo products.
Yeah, now they have amiibo stuff, and like if you can put that type of code on a cardboard box, yeah, no, like what if they did that for like Breath of the Wild?
Yeah,
You
that'd
just
be really
unlock.
cool. Like, I
What if
mean,
you unlocked actual cereal in Breath of the Wild? Like cereal boxes
well,
started raining out of
honestly,
the
some of those
sky.
chests, even the ones that don't give you like super awesome weapons, like if you just use the Bokoblin amiibo, it's just
Uh,
like, oh, cool, I'm getting a bunch of meat and like some all right weapons, like in some rupees. Like that's actually kind of cool.
I don't buy amiibos, and I really should. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Don't get me into this.
I own a few Breath of the Wild amiibos because I impulse bought them when the game came out because I was like, oh my god, I have to have everything Breath of the Wild related. And
Best game ever.
I mean,
Eat your heart out, Ocarina of Time.
um, I really regret buying those amiibos. I'm gonna be honest.
What?
I really regret buying those amiibos.
Oh, why is that?
I bought a lot of amiibos for that game, and it's just like this really doesn't add much to the game. It's like, oh, cool, I get some weapons so I can be really OP in an instant when I run out of items, or I can literally spend 5 minutes like raiding a camp and getting what I need.
It's like you spend like, how much did you spend on it?
I bought the whole line that was out, so that was about 6 amiibos when that game first came out. So at like, yeah, 15 a pop. So
15 times 6, what is that?
like 120.
Oh my god, you spent $120 on cheat codes.
No, that's $90, so it's about 90. So it's about 100.
$90 on cheat codes.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, also they're like cool little figs, and I just have this like box of amiibo. I was like, what did I do with my life? Why did I do this?
Silly boy.
Because it was like the Switch came out, and I was like, oh my god, it's like I gotta have all the Switch stuff.
I need to show the world that I am a Soldier fanboy. Okay. Well, let's.
I mean, how much have you spent on World of Warcraft?
I'm gonna talk about it, okay?
See, there we go.
Oh, by the way, Black Friday, World of Warcraft was having a sale on boosting level 60 characters for $25 instead of 60. That was something I didn't buy. I didn't buy it when I was proud of myself. I bought a WoW token instead, which is $5 cheaper. I probably spent a bunch of money on WoW, honestly, but like I want to have the full like experience where like I have 10 level 110s, and that's just my goal. And like if I can hurry up that process by spending real money, I why not? What else am I gonna spend it on? Taco Bell?
Yeah,
Probably.
gotta get those rolled chicken tacos.
It's
Showdown
saving my
brought to
life.
you by Taco Bell.
Stop it!
Tacos
We're
in
not
the shape of a
actually
bell.
sponsored. What? Okay. You know what we can do? We can go ahead and market that item with the new Squarespace website builder. Let me talk to you a little bit about Squarespace. If you're looking to build a website with Squarespace, anyways,
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Taco Bell sponsorship, if I'm gonna be honest.
I think the I think the only time I actually was like, we were like, okay, so like on this TV, if I'm not gonna do it right now. On this TV, if you like scroll through, they're like there's sponsorships from can you guess it? Taipei. We got sponsorships from Taipei to do something. And like I asked Luke, I don't even know what happened. I think he explained to me they were like doing some sort of like advertisement exercise or
Yeah,
something.
and like it was an actual competition for like basically it's like they were a sponsor, and it's like you had to like create the branding for them, and it's something that apparently UCO took first place in.
Taipei, the really crappy $2 frozen egg roll maker.
Yep.
They do have really good pot stick. No, I don't know. I do. I buy like a whole bag of pot stickers and then I just like eat off. I just eat them like actual meals. For like, I'm not gonna tell you my horrible diet secrets.
I mean,
Never mind.
Sometimes you have to cut corners when gaming.
That's true. And like I need it on the go. I
Yeah.
need on the go. I'll
So just
spend
having a plate of pot stickers nearby while
Yeah.
you're like on your mouse and keyboard, like, hey, not
makes
gonna
your
judge.
fingers sticky, but at least you're full. I'll spend an hour cooking actual food in the game. 2 minutes cooking in real life.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. Moving on. Speaking of World of Warcraft, I guess we're welcome back to the.
We're gonna go
Hold on, let me-
delve deep into that train.
hold on, I'm gonna
Okay.
change the channel here. Welcome to the World of Warcraft show, where we talk about World of Warcraft, nothing else. Oh, I lost my shoe. Oops. Sorry, I like to move around when I talk.
We bring up World of Warcraft,
World
and
of
the
Warcraft.
show just goes to crap
Oh,
and
goes
like
crap.
right away.
Well, if
We'll
you
need to like change the Showdown logo to be like drawn in crayon.
or just put this like little panda on to the World of Warcraft was drawn with crayon. Do you think I have more artistic ability than that? I could make a pretty good logo. I'm not going to challenge myself to make a logo though because I don't want to spend more than 2 hours editing this. I'm sorry. So maybe I'll actually do like something really crappy and like put it on screen or
I
something.
like how this went from
something
like trying to
crayon.
talk about World of Warcraft, just the breakdown of your psyche, like just within like a 2-minute period.
I went to therapy for this. No, I didn't. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Let's actually talk about this though. Because it's a hobby of mine. I like to level characters. I like to level alts. I'm a single player multiplayer gamer because I don't like dealing with people. World of Warcraft, World of Warcraft's been having a problem with first impressions. Whenever people start playing the game, it's very easy. You basically two-shot things or like one-shot things with like an overpowered level 5 character. It didn't used to be like that. It used to your battles used to take. I remember like going through Owen Forest as little human. It wasn't a hunter back at the time because humans couldn't be hunters back at the time. It was like a human like a mage. I think I was playing a mage for the first character. Excuse me, and no, it took about like 4 or 5 fireballs in order to kill something that drained my mana too. Like after killing one thing, I just sit down, drink. It took like 30 seconds to get my mana back. It took a while to quest. It took me like maybe 30 minutes to finish a quest. That was a long time. Now you one shot everything, and you go through and you level up pretty fast. Sort of. It depends on like if the zone's like really big, it takes a while. But that's because it's because you're spending more time running than actually like killing and questing. So that's why it takes more time. Which is kind of funny. And World of Warcraft is addressing this. With Legion, they introduced level scaling. So all the zones in Legion, except for Suramar, which is like it's end game content. So like that's like a level 110 zone. But everything around it, those zones that you leveled up in, all scaled to your level. And so you played through the entire zone and you got the same amount of experience as if you're in another zone. And that they had a lot of success with that. There's no streamlined way to level anymore in Legion. You can do it however you want to, wherever you want to, whichever like area is your favorite. I love doing Val Shara first because it's my favorite zone, and like I love the quest area from that. Hold on, I'm gonna write down this time, see if I can get like a little bit of a background thing. But like I love leveling through Val Shara first, and then all that stuff. But anyways, World of Warcraft tried to bring that to their actual vanilla previous expansion content, stuff like that. So they're trying to make the whole like leveling experience different.
Yeah, kind of like more friendly, so like new players can
Yeah.
join, and that way they're not like hitting your head against the table. It's being like, I want to just play the game.
Like, I just leveled 5 levels. Why are they telling me to run across the continent to a new zone? Why are all the quests gray now? Why am I not getting any experience? They're changing that. So now you're able to stay in the zone for more than 5 levels for like until you complete the zone basically. So
That's
like
honestly really good.
it's really cool cuz like some of the Cataclysm zones that were revamped, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are bad. A lot of them are really good though. Like Western Plaguelands, the story there, amazing. Red Ridge Mountains, amazing. And a lot of stuff that I still haven't even played too. Winter Spring sucks. There's a lot of stuff that sucks. I just don't like elvish zones. It just very it's a forest and elves live in it, and oh no, bears are attacking.
Wow, how original.
So I don't know, I just don't like those zones. But like there's a lot of stuff that I haven't got, and like it used to be like there's a streamlined way of doing things if you want to do it fast. You went to this zone, this zone, this zone, this zone, this zone, bam, Burning Crusade, which is a really bad grind. But now you can skip it. Oh wait, that's back to later. You go to Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Rise of Pandaria, back to until you're all the way up to the current content. And that took about a good 2 weeks. Probably. Maybe
just
a week.
for one character sounds just ridiculous.
2 weeks on and off if you were trying to do that. But now they're streamlining. No, they're not streamlining. I'm losing my train of thought here. They are making it so that you have more freedom,
Yeah, more free. Like you can
leeway.
just kind of like go in any order you
Yeah,
want and
any
just
order that you
like
want
play
to.
the game that you want
Mm.
to play and not have to worry about being told to follow this point here. Just
Yeah,
like quest how you want, kill what you want, have fun. It's your
exactly.
experience.
It's a more open, and it invites you to stay in zones and explore and actually do the quest there. And like instead of trying to be like, oh, well, I rode all 5 rides here at Tomorrowland. Time to move over to Frontierland and ride the next 5 rides. Like, so no, like, so here's how it works: 1 to 10 starting area, which is okay. Yeah, that's your starting area. You're not going to be fighting level 60 boars
Yeah.
in Elwyn Forest.
Why not?
Because then they would overrun the
1v1
city.
me, brah.
Exactly. 10 to 60 vanilla content, any vanilla content. Uh, Here's how it works though. The original like level cap for it, like the level starting area. So like, you could play. You can't just go to the burning steps at like level 10.
Okay.
That wouldn't make sense because you're fighting really elite mobs with like decked out and like this all this stuff. It doesn't make sense. So like uh, you start at like level 50 in order to go to the burning steps, but you can play that all the way to 60. Um, Red Ridge, you have to be like level 15. You can play that all the way to 60. Like that content scales up with you all the way to 60, but like depends on like there's a certain still finite amount of quests. So you can complete that zone, move on to another zone. And it just keeps going like that. Like what's another one? Western Plaguelands level 40 starts at level 40, but then it goes all the way up to 60. So the minimum level requirements are still there for these zones, but you can quest them all the way up to 60. But here's the most exciting thing for me because I hate doing this. I'm sorry, I hate the Burning Crusade. It's so horrible to quest through that. So many arbitrary quests, fetch quests. There are so many of that stuff. They didn't change anything with
So
that.
many kill 20 of this, hope you get this one item so you can go return it to the next
Oh,
guy, then
it's
go
so
kill 50
bad.
more of another
It's
group
so
of enemy
bad.
to hopefully get one of another item.
30 minutes. I am not even exaggerating here. I have a level 58 mage right now. I've been playing just because I haven't gotten a mage up to 110 yet. So that's my current hobby right now. And I play that on the side. I was playing before the show, and I was in you start off in Hellfire Peninsula, for Burning Crusade, and I was doing the starting quest there. The first couple of quests they have you to do that you have to kill like a certain number of orcs and you have to get like this blood, and it's RNG dropped. RNG dropped. It doesn't drop every time you kill an orc.
Yep.
RNG dropped.
Yep.
Took me 30 minutes to finish that quest.
Yeah, that's how old
12,000
WoW used to be, and that was one of the reasons why I kind of got out of it, because it was just like tired of doing these quests where I have to kill about this one enemy about 1,000,000 times just to hopefully get the stick to turn it into the guy who will give me another quest to get another stick.
Yeah, why don't any of these boars have livers?
Who knows? Or why do I need like 20 of these eyeballs? It's like, good God.
Why don't any of these raptors have eyeballs? Like, it didn't drop for you. So I thought that was ridiculous, and that's just a quality of life issue that they addressed later on. But that kind of got out of hand, and it turned into something really easy. But I feel like they're trying to go down the middle road here. They had a lot of success with Legion. 7.3.5 now on PTR. This is why I'm bringing this up. We released for PTR today. Everyone's really excited because they say that it's actually a very good way to level up now, and it's inviting more players to like
Okay.
get back into World of Warcraft. So now is a great time, honestly, to get into World of Warcraft. I think they're going under new management ever since who was the creative director? Ian Halzakostas, something like that, or a lot of people, executives, managers, stuff like that, changing out into new blood and bringing really cool ideas to the table, listening to the community. A lot of cool stuff coming out too. Great time to get into World of Warcraft.
Definitely sounds like I've been wanting to get back into it for a while. I might be looking into it over the break just to kind of see.
Yeah.
Might I want to dive back into.
Yeah, and it's a great. You can even they've also made it so that you can play with friends no matter what server they're on too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You just have to invite them to a party. but
That's actually really cool.
that's really cool. And they've a lot of quality of life improvements to World of Warcraft that people kind of take for advantage. People just kind of want more.
Okay.
So that's all the World of Warcraft stuff I wanted to talk about, I guess. No, well, the new raid kind of finally got put out. The new cinematic was released too. Showed the end. We all knew what was going to happen because of the PTR, but the cinematic wasn't released with the PTR. You actually get to see the cinematic with 7.3, and you get to see spoiler Sargeras for the first time. Which, do you know who Sargeras is?
Yeah.
Space Satan.
Mm-hmm.
The big bad guy of like Warcraft for like 3 games. Like for 3 games, he was the big bad guy. You get to see him finally, and he is like bigger than like the ending cinematic was like really cool. You should watch it if like I might put it up. Spoilers! I might actually put it up.
Yeah, you definitely should.
He ends up stabbing Azeroth, kind of, and gets sucked away into like the seat of the Pantheon or something like that, where all the Titans were, and Illidan stays behind, kind of jail him to make sure that nothing bad happens, and they kind of he's not dead. He gets put in stasis. It's kind of, they're all put in stasis.
Probably so they can like bring him back.
So they can
later
bring him
if they
back.
want to.
And like some sort of like end game content. 7.3, and that was released. The normal heroic mode raids have been released for that. 7.3. They haven't released Raid Finder. That's coming in January, and then Mythic mode. I don't know when that's coming out. I don't raid. I want to raid. I would love to raid, but I don't like to raid with strangers.
Understandable. Yeah. Well, maybe if I get to the end, we can try raiding.
Hey, yeah. Well, 2-person raid. That's not gonna work.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
hey.
that's true. We need like a good like 4 to 6.
No, like you can do a lot more with like just 2 people, like running stuff, and
Yeah.
a lot of achievements to unlock. A lot of stuff to unlock too, that I haven't, that I need somebody else with. So if you want to play, I might even put my battle tag up here, somewhere at the end of this.
No, I don't even remember what my battle tag is. It's been like a while since I've logged in battle.net.
Honestly, I'll use battle tag for everything. Anyways, that's all I have to talk about. Anything else you want to add before we end it off here?
So Pocket Camp came out last week, and people have been making the most crazy and effed up camps imaginable.
You talked to me about before the show about this. Now I want to see. I'm gonna see if I can look it up later.
So basically, people have made camps where it's like, okay, they'll invite the max amount of campers you can. You'll have 8 chairs lined like a 2x4 grid. They'll have all the animals sit down on them, and then they'll put cages around everything and just have everyone like trapped in their own little box.
Oh no,
And,
they're
like-
turning it into a zoo.
And they'll all be facing the same direction. And they'll just be like watching something just like stupid, or they'll like do that same concept, but have them turning lamps on and off.
Oh no.
So they'll like place the animal in this like square with a lamp, so all you just see is them turning lamps on and off for all eternity. People have just been making like their own like torture camps for the animals.
Creativity.
And like, none of this was an issue when it was in Australia. When it hit America, it just kind of went to a dark place.
Shows that Americans are messed up in the head.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh boy.
It was kind of funny seeing those, but it's like that's what like everyone is doing. And I was expecting some like really cool creative camps, not like
Oh no.
Five Nights at Freddy's Torture Fun Palace.
We're all masochistic in that way.
I was like, why are you doing this?
I've actually gotten into Pocket Camp a lot, and I'm starting to actually get into the grind of like trying to unlock a whole bunch of stuff. But like, I don't know. I think it's turning into a collectathon, and I'm kind of like, okay, what's this? I'm starting to get those thoughts in my head whenever I start playing again. Like, oh, what's this all for? And like, oh my god, if I can I might make a YouTube video about this, about like collectathons and stuff like that.
I'm actually still just
I would
kind of
really
rocking
like to talk
my
about that.
Australian account.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to like stay with the American one, but I was kind of looking at the Australian one. It's like I've put a lot of time into this. Like, I've done almost all the challenges. Yeah. And I was just like, I don't want to redo this again and like rebuild my campsite.
Yeah, what's the point? It's so like Marxist or like what is it? Marxist? Like the everything is meaningless.
Oh, like
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Marxist stuff like that. So Marxist, like the way that I think about that kind of stuff. Like, what's the point? What's the point of this arbitrary task?
No, a lot of those tasks in that game are arbitrary, but it's still fun. Like for it being a mobile game, it's a lot of Animal Crossing that's offered. That's about all I really wanted to mention. Do you have anything else?
I'm just thinking about turning my campsite into a zoo. Oh my god, that's so messed up.
Yeah, just your Animal Crossing petting zoo.
Oh boy. No, that's it. I'm gonna go home and play World of Warcraft. Bye, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the end of Showdown. You can follow us on our social media platforms. My social media stuff is gonna be popping up here. You can see. Follow me if you want to. Don't follow me if you don't want to. I don't want you. Anyways, Twitch, KodaWhyte, twitch.tv/KodaWhyte. Twitter is at KodaWhyte, at KodaWhyte. I'll also put my Battlenet tag down at the bottom so y'all can harass me and watch me be bad at video games. Sorry, Daddy, please don't hit me again. And that's it.
That went to a dark place. And you can follow me on Twitter at Commander Luke, CMDR, LUKE, and on Snapchat at LukeLindsay_12, LUKE_12.
Don't die out there. It's dead week. Sorry, guys.
Just try to make it through. Video games are around the corner. Just get through finals and dead week and you'll be fine.
Move through together. I'm about to die, honestly.
Same. All right, let's do it.
Fade to black. Oh, wait. I didn't have my fade on. Fade to black.